that Dyett brought in our scenario. Uh, the first time I met Clark Terry, he came and did a clinic at DuSable because he knew Dyett. Dyett always talked about the fact that Nat King Cole was one of his first students. The fact that almost every other jazz musician in the world that I'd ever heard of seemed to have come out of DuSable I mean, just everybody. Everybody. Gene Ammons, Benny Green, the violin player that was with Duke. Ray Nance. Everybody.
And what did that mean? Did that mean?
That meant that there was a possibility that I could be where they are. They came from here. They were in this class with this man, and he taught them. Then I better pay attention to him if I want to be and do what they're doing.
And, I mean, in talking about what made him so successful in creating all these musicians, do you attribute that to his positive thinking and his philosophies, or what in his musical techniques also helped produce those musicians?
I think more in his positive, in his philosophy, because Dyett talked a lot about philosophy, and then in that philosophy, because I never saw Dyett he wasn't an excellent pianist. I mean, if something was going on and he needed a pianist, he'd hire one. So he wasn't, I mean, that's something I found out too, that you don't have to play all the instruments to be a good instrumentalist. But he knew what it took to succeed. He knew that you needed certain things and certain experiences. So Dyett's forte was giving you those experiences. He made the band play hard music and play it well. I mean, I go to some high schools now and they're playing some symphonic music and it's a joke. If you walked into a rehearsal at DuSable in 1964 or in 1960, or I was there from 60 to 64, especially before 60 and then during the 60s too, it was serious. You'd walk in there, you think, this is a band. This is music coming out of this room, pouring out of the room. If you walked down the hall, even if you weren't in the band, you heard music. It wasn't, haha, they there and there. Oh, it was, dum, dum. The first time we entered a music contest here and played Tchaikovsky's Fifth. Da da ba da la 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 la. You don't hear that coming out of a high school now. Now you hear just squeaks and squawks. Now, how did he get us to do that? Okay, he said, when you first get in the band, he says, I've got a list of music teachers here in the neighborhood. And usually they were ex-students of his. Guys working at the post office, driving cabs. I studied with cab driver, post office guy. John Hauser was the actual music teacher, but he became a music teacher because Dyett was sending him so many students. And the price was reasonable. So Dyett was seeing to it that the community was nurturing its own. There was so many and he'd say, if you stay in the band, get yourself a teacher, come and see me.